Get ready to explore the cosmic dance of Shiva, a concept that's both awe-inspiring and a little bit terrifying.
We're diving into the Hindu idea of the Tandava, which is so much more than just the end of the world.
It's about a fundamental force in the universe, a force of destruction and creation.
What's really interesting here is that Shiva isn't just a deity, but a representation of this universal force.
Imagine the cycle of seasons, winter's cold, gives way to spring's rebirth.
Shiva embodies that cycle, but on a cosmic scale.
So it's less about fearing the end and more about understanding it as a new beginning.
That's a powerful takeaway already.
But let's set the scene.
Where do we find the universe as this cosmic dance begins?
Picture the universe in perfect balance, a state of pure potentiality.
Shiva, at this stage, is the cosmic conductor, resting in deep meditation.
This isn't the chaos of destruction just yet.
It's the quiet anticipation before a storm.
Even before the first stars ignite, there is balance between creation and destruction. I can already sense the drama building.
Our sources describe this incredible stillness, this sense of anticipation hanging in the air, as if the whole universe is holding its breath.
Who else is on stage as the music is about to start?
Well, you have the other gods, like Vishnu and Brahma, and they're feeling the tension too.
Think about it, even with their vast powers, they're subject to this larger cosmic dance.
They represent creation and preservation, yet they recognize that impermanence is woven into existence itself.
So even gods get nervous when Shiva starts to stir.
What happens when this cosmic conductor finally makes a move?
The sources describe a palpable shift in the very air as Shiva transitions from meditation to movement.
This is no ordinary dance. This is the Tandava, the dance of cosmic destruction.
Okay, let's unpack this. What does a cosmic destruction dance actually look like?
I'm picturing some seriously epic moves.
You're not wrong.
Imagine the earth trembling beneath your feet.
Mountains crumble.
Oceans churn and boil.
The sky blazes with an eerie light as stars themselves flicker out like dying embers.
It's a dismantling of the existing world. A cosmic reset button being hit.
It's both terrifying and mesmerizing, isn't it?
Like watching a building implode, knowing the power behind that destruction.
So we've got front row seats to the universe basically having a meltdown. But you said this is destruction with a purpose.
Right.
Help me understand that. What's happening beneath the surface of this cosmic chaos?
It's easy to get lost in the sheer scale of the destruction. But remember, this isn't some random cosmic accident.
It's not.
This is Shiva's dance, and like any dance, it follows a rhythm, a pattern. It's purposeful.
Okay.
And if we look closer, we see it's not driven by anger or malice, but by a profound understanding of the necessity of change.
This is where it gets fascinating for me. Because you're right, the sources describe the Tandava as both terrifying and strangely beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like that feeling you get watching a powerful storm intimidating, sure. But there's also a sense of awe at the raw power of nature.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that awe isn't limited to us as observers.
Oh.
The sources make a point of describing the reactions of the other gods during Shiva's dance. They're witnessing the destruction of everything they know, yet they meet it with a sense of acceptance, even reverence.
That's so interesting. It's like they get it. They understand that this is bigger than them, that even gods are subject to these universal laws. They don't try to stop it or even really seem all that bothered by what's happening.
Right. And it's a powerful message for us, too.
Okay.
We often get so caught up in the day-to-day, clinging to the illusion of control over our lives.
Yeah.
But ultimately, we're all part of something much, much larger, subject to forces beyond our comprehension.
Okay, I'm getting chills here. But it's not all doom and gloom, right? We've talked about destruction, but what about the creation part of the equation?
Right.
There's this spark of hope mentioned in the sources, right?
Yes.
Something about a drum.
Yes.
Tell me everything.
Ah, yes, the Demaru. Picture this. As Shiva dances, bringing the universe to the brink, he holds a small drum in his hand. This isn't just any instrument. It represents creation emerging from destruction. Each beat of the Damaru is a reminder that even as Shiva dismantles the old universe, he's also planting the seeds for the new one.
So it's less of an ending and more like a really, really intense makeover.
Precisely. This is where that idea of cycles becomes crucial to understanding Shiva's role. Just as winter gives way to spring, the universe needs these periods of renewal. Shiva's dance is just the cosmic way of hitting the reset button.
Okay, I'm ready to hit the reset button on my understanding. Walk me through it. How does the universe go from this state of complete annihilation to, well, whatever comes next? Okay, so the music's fading,
Right.
Stage lights are dimming.
Yeah.
What does the final bow of this cosmic performance look like?
The sources describe a hush falling over everything. Imagine the quiet after a storm, but on a universal scale. The old universe is gone, completely dissolved.
Wow.
For a brief moment, there's just nothingness.
Oh, wait, hold on. That's it. Everything just vanishes into thin air.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Remember that single spark, that beat of the Damaru we talked about?
Right.
That's where the story really begins. From that emptiness, from the ashes of the old universe, the seeds of a new one begin to sprout.
So even in that moment of complete and utter destruction, there's still potential. There's this tiny little ember glowing in the darkness waiting to ignite. That sends chills down my spine.
It's a powerful image, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it speaks to the cyclical nature of, well, about everything. We see it in nature in our own lives. Endings pave the way for new beginnings. Shiva's dance is just a dramatic, cosmic level illustration of that fundamental principle.
This whole idea of impermanence is a bit intimidating, though, isn't it? It's like this constant reminder that nothing lasts forever, not even the universe as we know it. How are we supposed to get comfortable with that?
It can be a challenging concept to grapple with, absolutely.
Yeah.
But what if instead of fearing impermanence, we tried to see the freedom in it? When we let go of the need for things to be fixed, permanent, unchanging, it opens up a whole new world of possibilities.
I can see that. It's like by accepting that things end, that loss is inevitable, it allows us to appreciate the present moment even more.
Precisely. And it also allows us to embrace change, to see those inevitable endings not as failures, but as opportunities for growth and transformation.
So if Shiva's dance is this metaphor for letting go, for accepting the impermanence of everything, how do we actually apply that wisdom to our own lives? It's not like we can just snap our fingers and hit the reset button on our own personal universes.
True. But we can shift our perspective. Think about a time in your own life when you experienced a significant loss or setback. It could be anything. The end of a relationship, a career change, even just a personal disappointment. Those were endings of a sort, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
And in that moment of loss, it probably felt like your world was ending. But what happened next? Did you stay stuck in that darkness forever? Or did you eventually find a way to move forward to create something new and meaningful from the ashes of what was?
That's such a good point. It's like even when we feel lost and broken, there's always that potential for rebirth, for renewal.
Exactly. And that's the essence of Shiva's dance. It's a reminder that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, even when it feels like our whole world is falling apart, there's always the possibility of a new beginning. Just like the universe itself, we have the power to transform ourselves, to create something even more beautiful from the ruins of the old.
Wow. That's a powerful thought to end on. So as we go about our lives facing our own personal cycles of creation and destruction, maybe we can all channel a little bit of Shiva's energy. Embrace the dance with all its beauty and terror, and trust that even in the midst of chaos, there's a rhythm, a purpose, and the promise of something new and extraordinary waiting to be born.
Beautifully put.
That's a wrap on today's deep dive into Shiva's Tandava, the dance of destruction and renewal. We've explored a lot of complex ideas, but the core message is simple. Change is inevitable, endings are necessary, and within each ending lies the seed of a new beginning. We hope this deep dive has inspired you to see the world and your place in it with fresh eyes. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.